How to develop self-confidence for public speaking. This video lesson is a series of learning lessons for you to master the art of public speaking. Watch all of the videos to become an excellent speaker and a champion in public speaking. I know that public speaking could be a very frightful task for most of you. Well, don't worry. We're going to be learning how to overcome most of the obstacles that you might face while delivering your speech. In this video lesson, you're going to learn how to control presentation anxiety. You will also learn how to control your negative thoughts. You will learn some breathing exercises to overcome your fear and anxiety while delivering your speech. You will learn some guidelines for organizing your speech. And finally, you will practice a speech about yourself at the end of the lesson today. So, are you all ready? Let's get started. Overcoming stage fright. The moment some people step onto the stage to face a crowd of people, a sense of fear conquers them. They become nervous, restless, and anxious. Their palms start to sweat, their breathing becomes irregular, and their heart rate increases. What most people don't realize is that all of these internal factors show up on their face externally to the crowd as well. Speaking in front of an audience requires confidence. So, how do we overcome this stage fright? The key is to practice every day. The more you face the crowd, the more practice you do in front of an audience, the easier it will become day by day. So, how do we control this presentation anxiety? Well, let me tell you, feeling anxious at the thought of public speaking is perfectly normal. Every second person who comes in front of an audience becomes extremely scared. So, there's no need to feel embarrassed or ashamed at the thought of this. It's totally all right. Your body actually produces extra adrenaline. Do you know what adrenaline is? It's a hormone. It's a chemical substance which is produced by the body when a person is frightened, angry, or excited. It makes the heart beat faster and prepares the body to react to danger. This adrenaline makes your heart faster, like I already mentioned, makes your hands shake, and makes your knees feel weak. So, we need to learn how to control this nervousness that you have. Controlling your negative thoughts. Many speakers have negative thoughts about themselves before speaking in front of an audience. They feel insecure and incompetent. They have doubts in their minds about themselves and their performance before even uttering their first word. They think things like, "I'm not good enough," or "I look silly." Some people have insecurity about their English and they feel that their English is not good enough. Some think they can't speak well. Some fear that they might make some mistakes. Some go further to think that if they do make mistakes, people may laugh at them. Some focus on the content of their speech and feel the audience might not like their speech or might not be interested in their speech. And some think that the audience might find mistakes in their speech. All of these negative thoughts will pull you down even before your performance in front of the crowd. But fear not. Here in this video, there are certain strategies for controlling your presentation anxiety. Let's take a look at them together, shall we? Take advantage of small occasions to speak up, such as asking questions in the classroom, chatting with your friends, at any birthday party, restaurant, bank, and so on. The more you put yourself forward to speak, even in tiny occasions, the more confidence you will feel in yourself. Plan and prepare. Being fully prepared will help you feel confident because you know your subject already. You don't want to walk onto the stage with an empty slate and put up something together at that moment. So, learn to prepare beforehand. Practice. Practice on your own in front of a mirror at home. Rehearse your speech in front of family and friends. Ask them for feedback. This will help you feel more comfortable when you face an audience. Many people underestimate the task of practicing in front of their mirror at home. They think it will be of no help. Well, let me tell you, they're quite wrong. Looking at yourself in front of the mirror, watching your expressions, the way you move your hands and body, the way you utter certain words, is going to give you an idea of how you're actually going to perform on stage in front of these people. So make sure to practice on your own in front of the mirror at home if you're too shy to do it in front of family and friends. Use audio-visual aids. Audio-visual aids helps you feel more comfortable as the audience will focus their attention on the audiovisual presentation and not on you. Let's look at a few do's and don'ts while you're delivering your speech, shall we? Don't ramble. You don't want to confuse the audience by saying things that are all over the place. Do stay organized and concise. Make sure that you're clear with your ideas so that the audience is able to follow easily instead of being confused. Don't make bad eye contact. Don't just stare at one place or look down. This will show that you're feeling really nervous. Do make direct eye contact. Make sure you make direct eye contact all around the room, from the left to the center and to your right. This shows that you want to address everyone in the room and that you're quite confident with the message which you're trying to deliver. Don't have cluttered notes. When you're holding notes in your hands, if there is too much content, it is bound to confuse you and mess up your thoughts. Do make simplified notes. Make sure your notes are simple and clear. This way, you will focus only on what is important. Don't make complex slides. When you're presenting your slides, if they are too complex and complicated, people might find it hard to focus or understand, and this might lead them to lose interest. Remember, your audience consists of all kinds of people. Do make your slides clear and simple. Make your slides simple and easy to understand. This way, the audience will always be engaged with what you have to say. Don't fidget. Make sure you don't fidget. This could mean that if you constantly put your hands in and out of your pocket, or if you keep fiddling with a piece of jewelry, your watch, or tie. You could also be playing with your hair or pulling down your shirt. All of this shows that you're feeling very nervous. Do have a confident posture and gestures. Show that you're confident by standing straight and having a composed and calm body language. Don't speak with a low voice with many vocal fillers. Try not to do this. The audience will quickly lose their interest in what you have to say, and it will also make you feel as if you aren't really doing a great job. Do speak in a clear and loud voice with pauses. If you do this, it shows that you're confident and you're passionate about what you're saying. Use enough pauses in between to recollect your thoughts and to give the audience the time to process what you have to say. So, how do we overcome stage fright? Number 1, prepare your speech well to feel more comfortable and more confident. Number 2, practice by recording yourself. You don't need any fancy equipment for this, just use your mobile phone for recording yourself. Number 3, watch the audio or video recording critically to observe your speaking speed, your body language, and mannerisms to see where you can improve. Number 4, never memorize your speech. If you forget a point, it could derail your entire speech or presentation. Instead, use index cards by writing only the important points. Number 5, exercise before you present. Even a brisk walk or a few jumping jacks will improve your blood flow. Negative thoughts about ourselves are completely normal, and most people have them to some degree all through their lives. This inner voice keeps on pulling them down. But what's the point of feeling all this negativity? Why do you want to pull yourself down instead of pushing yourself up? Why don't you want to be a cheerleader for yourself? You can turn that negativity into something positive instead, and realize how badly it affects you by doing some auto-suggestions and discovering the reasons why you have those negative thoughts. Lift yourself up with some positive thoughts. Comfort yourself with uplifting words, and give yourself the confidence by assuring yourself. Give yourself some self-love. Breathing correctly. Don't underestimate the power of breathing exercises. Breathing exercises relieves stress. When we exhale, we release carbon dioxide that increases the oxygen in our brains, which helps us to relax. If you learn to breathe properly, you will find yourself more calmer and more focused. So, before you head onto the stage, breathe in and breathe out and relax yourself. Palm massage. Make sure you give your hands a good massage to increase the blood flow. This is going to calm you down and regulate the blood in your body. Being a supportive listener. If you've ever spoken in front of a crowd before, you definitely are aware of the frightful feeling. So, when someone else is delivering their speech, doesn't it make sense that we should be a supportive listener to them? If we do this, it's going to increase their confidence and make them feel good about themselves and their speech. So, be a supportive listener to the speaker. Show that you're interested in their speech. Give them encouragement. You can do this by sporting a smiling face. If the speaker invites questions from the audience, participate by asking a few questions and making them feel like their speech made a difference. All right, here we come to the technical part of this video, the guidelines for organizing your speech. Let's start with the introduction. Number 1, greet the audience. Let the audience know that you're very happy with their presence. Greeting them is a sign of respect and gratitude to the people who are spending their time to listen to you. Number 2, introduce yourself by name. Let the audience know who they're listening to. People are always curious and they want to know almost everything about the speaker they're listening to. Number 3, tell the audience the topic of your speech. Make it clear to the audience what you're going to speak about. You don't want to confuse them. After the introduction, we come to the body of your speech. Number 1, include information about your name, your age, your family, the present activities that you do, your hobbies, the special interests that you have, your future goals and dreams. This is going to make the audience love your speech. You might even find some people in the audience who actually relate to your hobbies and share some of the special interests and goals and dreams that you have. How cool would that be? Number 2, show pictures if you have any. People love looking at pictures, so make them happy. After the body paragraphs comes the conclusion. Number 1, summarize the 7 topic areas of your speech. So, whatever you've already mentioned in your body paragraph, restate it briefly. And number 2, thank the audience for listening and invite any questions from them. Let them know that you're happy they even showed up. All right, it's time for a speaking practice right now. You're going to learn how to make a self-introduction speech. All you have to do is follow all the points that are given in this template. If you do that, your speech will be ready in no time. Let's see what all you have to mention in your self-introduction speech, and make sure you follow this in order. Start by greeting the audience. Mention your name, your full name, of course. Tell them your age. Describe your family, how many people you have, what they look like, who you're more close to, who's your favorite. And then mention your hometown. Explain which country it is in, which part of the town, what you love about your hometown. Give the people the details. Description of your hometown, your house, and your car. You can describe where your house is located, what sort of a house it is. Describe your car, what it looks like, what car it is, what color it is. Tell the people your hobbies, what you love doing. Mention the activities that you love to do during your free time. This tells the people more about yourself and your personality. Tell the people your specialization and why you chose this specialization. Next, mention your expectations from this course. Why did you choose the course that you're doing? Mention your life ambition or the goals that you have for the future. In the conclusion, you can thank the audience. Once you're done, you can ask any questions from the audience. Okay, here is a sample self-introduction speech for you. Are you ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? I hope all of you are having a wonderful time. I'm Sarah, and I'm 22 years old. I have a pretty big family. My dad is a doctor, and he works in the hospital across town. My mom is a teacher, and she loves her school more than anything. I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger brother, making me the only girl child in the family. Both my older brothers are married and settled abroad. One lives in Japan with his family, and the other works in Italy. My younger brother is a little spoiled brat, but I think he's my favorite. I love him more than anything. I live in a small and cozy town called Viba. It's nice, cool, and pleasant here. I've lived here my whole entire life. My house is an apartment in the heart of the town, making it convenient for me and my family because all the shops are very close by. My dad owns a big black SUV. Even though it's only 4 of us, we need a big car, or else me and my brother would constantly be fighting with each other. I love reading books and oil painting. My living room has a few of my paintings on the wall. I love to spend time with my friends and family during my free time. I enjoy watching movies with them, or just going out for a nice meal makes me happy. I chose English to specialize in. English has always been my favorite subject, so I would love to continue studying that. I actually aim to become an English teacher just like my mother. I don't know if I got this passion from her or if this was inbuilt in me, but whatever it is, I plan on becoming a loving and caring teacher. I hope all of you enjoyed listening to my little speech. Thank you for being so patient and attentive. Well, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now why don't you give it a go? Look at the template given before, pause the video, and make your own self-introduction speech. The 5 P's for a better speaker. Plan your speech. It's always better to plan beforehand what you're going to say. Brainstorm and organize your thoughts to have a clear idea about your speech. Prepare your speech. Prepare well with proper examples and personal stories. People love listening to that. Practice your speech. Remember, practicing your speech is very important. Practice, practice, and practice. In front of the mirror, in front of your family or friends. The more you practice, the more confident you will be. Present your speech confidently. Be confident and self-assured when you're delivering your speech. Have no doubts in your mind and just go for it. No one knows what you're going to say. So, even if you do make a silly mistake, no one's going to find out. Only you will. A post view of your speech. When you're done with your speech, it doesn't just stop there. Make sure you analyze how you performed. This way, your future performance will be better because you focused on where you could have improved. Well, that's it for this video lesson. Stay tuned to ITV for the next video lesson on how to deliver your speech.